Is this thing working? Hi. Hello. I don't know what I'm doing. So yeah, this is my room. I'm back home from college for the summer, and since I'm back, I thought I'd give you guys a room tour and finally show you guys my gaming setup. Mainly because I want to try my new camera, and also because I'm working on another video that's taking a little bit longer than expected, so yeah. But yeah, this is the room I grew up in. This is also where I started my YouTube channel. Now, this room has changed a lot over time, but I think I finally have it to where I want it to look like for the foreseeable future. So I thought it was as good as time as any to give you guys a proper room tour. Now, my room is actually an attachment, as you can probably tell. So it doesn't have built-in AC or heating. The roof sometimes leaks, and there's so many bugs, but it's my room and I've gotten used to it. Now, I love watching gaming setup tours on YouTube, and I've always wanted to make one for myself, you know, to share a few some behind the scenes stuff. So hopefully people won't view this video as me flexing my epic gamer setup. But yeah, without further ado, on with the tour. So let's start here. This is my door. It opens and closes, as you can see. I also put Bakugans on the door because this door is magnetic for some reason, and Bakugans are awesome. In this corner are a bunch of miscellaneous stuff like my skateboard, old Taekwondo trophies, a soccer ball, hats and stuff, etc. Right here's my bathroom. Don't mind the punch holes in the door does because of FIFA. This bathroom is pretty scuffed, but you get used to it. Moving on from there, we have my bass and guitar. Yes, I can actually play them. I also have these acoustic foam panels on the wall because it looks cool and I thought it fit the aesthetic. Since this room's an attachment, I do have a door that leads outside. It's pretty convenient. I also have a welcome mat that says hippity hoppity, get off my property. I don't know, I thought it was funny. I also have a gas heater for whenever it gets cold during the winter. Now let me talk about my box collection. Can I talk about my box collection? I'm gonna talk about my box collection. So originally this started out as a meme. Whenever I buy something, I usually like to keep the box just in case if I need to return it. But over time I started to gather a small collection in the corner of my room, and I thought, hey, why not start a box collection? And so 5 years later I bought this warehouse shelf, and here we are. Now I will say it's kind of convenient having all my old stuff in one place. Most of these boxes are empty, but some of them still have their items inside. So if I ever need them again, they're right here. I don't know, it sort of makes me feel like a tech YouTuber or something and having an inventory of stuff. Kind of like Linus Tech Tips or Scott the Waz. So each shelf holds different stuff. The middle shelf holds most of my box collection, from consoles to controllers, to headsets, to PC parts, to keyboards, to mouses. I have it all. The bottom shelf holds my bigger boxes like my PC cases and my monitors. And the top shelf is mainly used for storage. I got my IBM Model M keyboard, Alienware X51 desktop, my old Xbox 360 and Xbox One. Oh, I got my old Starbucks apron with my name on it, my 4th degree black belt, and a bunch of other stuff. But that's about it. Sorry for going on a tangent. I'll stop talking about my box collection now. But right next to it is my plushie collection. We got my favorite Pokemon Shedinja, the J-Schlatt plushie, Pedo Bear, and a T-Rex, all on top of my dad's old Mac Pro. Here's the cello I was forced to play for 10 years. Right behind it is my speaker for my bass and guitar. On the windowsill are a bunch of accessories and knickknacks. And I have an AC unit for whenever it gets hot during the summer. I recently just installed this, and I will tell you it has made my room so much more bearable. My room gets pretty humid during the summer, so it's nice having one of these. And finally, here's my gaming setup. This is a place where I game, record, edit, stream, watch stuff, cry sometimes, all the above. I have a triple monitor setup now because why not? And it's super useful wherever I'm multitasking or editing. For my desk, I have the IKEA Lindemann Adil table. It's a corner desk, and I've had it ever since I started my YouTube channel, so it's pretty old and it has some wear and tear, but it's alright. But now let's get into the details. So let's start with my peripherals. For my keyboard, I'm using the Red Dragon K596 Vishnu. Now, I'm a huge fan of Red Dragon. Personally, I think they make the best cheap bang for the buck keyboards, and also because all my friends who build custom keyboards hate Red Dragons, so yeah. Now, I have used a bunch of other Red Dragon keyboards, but I decided on the Vishnu because it has basically everything I need. It's got macro keys, a media player, a volume scroll wheel, and not to mention it's mechanical. As for my mouse, I used the glorious Moto O-. Originally, I just used a cheap Red Dragon mouse because, hey, I like Red Dragon. But eventually, I switched over to the Razer DeathAdder, and I used that mouse for almost 4 years, until it died on me, and then I had to get a new one. I tested other mouses like the Logitech G502 and the Razer DeathAdder V2 because I liked heavier mouses at the time, but then my friend recommended me the glorious Moto O-, and it has changed my life. The main reason why I like and use the Moto O is because 1, it's wireless, which is really useful for whenever I'm using my laptop, although I like using the wired mode for my desktop. 2, it's lightweight and I really like the honeycomb design. I used to favor heavier mouses because my DPI was at like 2100 or something, but then I switched over to 800 DPI, and now I just like having a lighter mouse. And 3, it just makes me better at Valorant. I don't know why. It makes me feel like 10s while using it. And for my microphone, I used the Blue Yeti Nano. Originally, I used my Astro 40 headset mic to record my audio. This was the mic that I used for Minecraft and all my early YouTube videos, and I actually used it for a while until I upgraded to the Blue Snowball Ice. I saw so many YouTubers using Blue microphones like the Blue Snowball, and so I decided to get one until it broke while I was at college, and so I decided to upgrade once again to the Blue Yeti Nano. I really like this microphone because it's small and it sounds amazing, and that's pretty much all I need. For my headphones, I just use Apple earbuds. I have AirPods and I love them, and so they're basically the same. I honestly prefer earbuds over headphones because I'm able to easily move around with them on, and whenever I wear headphones, it sometimes feels like it's crushing my head, and so I don't really use them. But whenever I do have to use them, I will either use my Astro A40 TRs or my Bose QC35 2s. As I said before, I used to to use my Astro 40s to record my audio back whenever I first started YouTube, but after I upgraded to the blue snowball ice, I just stopped using them. They still work and I'll still use them sometimes, but they're mainly here just for sentimental value. But now I probably favor my Bose QC35-2s. Now these headphones are hella nice. I use them to edit sometimes because they're super comfortable. They're noise canceling, so they're great for traveling, and they're wireless, so I can use them while working out. Yes, I actually work out. Sometimes. As for my mouse pad, I have the Linus Tech Tips mouse pad because LTTstore.com. I got my Hydro Flask to stay hydrated, and I got this Destiny cup sleeve as like a coaster, and my iPhone SE. Of course, I have to have a Pokemon phone case. I also got my gaming chair. It's kind of worn down. I do want to upgrade to an office chair at some point, but it's alright. Now, as for my monitors, I have three 24-inch monitors. Starting from the left, we have the Acer R240HY, the Alienware AW25HFL, and the Samsung T350 series. Now, I used to have an ultra-wide, but I honestly prefer having 2 or 3 separate monitors instead, mainly because whenever I'm gaming, I like to have my game full screen on one monitor instead of windowed mode on like an ultra wide, and it just isn't it. And all of this is of course powered by my custom built PC. But yeah, inside it's got a Ryzen 7 5800X, Asus ROG B550F motherboard, NZXT Kraken AIO water cooler, 16GB of HyperX RAM, GTX 1050 Ti. Yes, I wasn't able to get a 30 series unfortunately, Corsair ARM 750X power supply, and 5TB of storage. Yeah, I know. I have a 1TB M.2 SSD, a 1TB Samsung SSD, and a 3TB Seagate hard drive. What can I say? I'm a film major, I need the space. And all of this is inside the Corsair Spec Omega. Now, my first ever custom built PC was actually built inside the Corsair Spec Alpha, and so whenever I upgraded it, I had to get the Corsair Spec Omega. I just love this case's design, build, colors, and basically everything about it. I have a PC particulars in the description if you're more interested about it, but that's my desktop. Moving on from there, we have the rest of my gaming setup. I got my laptop, the Acer Nitro 5. It's got a Ryzen 5 4000 series, GTX 1650. Yes, it has a better graphics card than my desktop. 16 gigs of RAM, I think a 512GB SSD, and Windows 11. I originally bought this for college because I was living in the dorms at the time, but then COVID kind of ruined that, and so it's just here. This laptop isn't bad. I mainly use it for college classes and traveling. I don't really play games on it anymore since I have a desktop, and it's kind of thick, so I might upgrade to a MacBook in the future, but who knows. Right behind it, we have my Xbox Series S. Now, I just recently upgraded my Xbox because the original was just way too big to travel with, and it was starting to slow down, so I decided to just get a new one. I mainly play on PC now, but I do still play some games on Xbox like Call of Duty, FIFA, and Halo, but Xbox will always have a special place in my heart. I also have my Elgato HD6CS to record my console gameplay. Originally, I would just stream my Xbox to my PC and record the screen, but I just had so many problems with that, and so I just finally upgraded to an Elgato. And of course, my Nintendo Switch. As you know, I'm a huge Pokemon fan, so I have to have one. I play all the new Pokemon games like Pokemon Sword and Shield, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, and the new upcoming games Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I also play other games like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and Animal Crossing New Horizons. And if I ever feel nostalgic, I have my 2DS to play my old Pokemon games. I got Pokemon Platinum, SoulSilver, and White, the 3 best Pokemon games, don't at me. And here are my controllers. I have 2 Xbox controllers, one of them being the new Series S controller, which is super nice. I've always wanted a modded controller with the pedals in the back, but you know, a man can dream. I also have a Nintendo Switch Pro controller because my Joy-Cons have Joy-Con drift, and it just got super annoying, and so I just finally got one. Here are my headsets again, and that is basically it for my gaming setup. And yes, I know the cable management isn't the best, but to be fair, I'm only here for like 2 more months, and honestly, it's not that bad. But moving on from my gaming setup, right next to it, we have another table. This table is basically used for everything other than gaming. Studying, drawing, building stuff, you name it. But right now, it's mainly used for storage. I got my drawing stuff, toolbox, camera gear, notebooks. I got my gamer glasses. And on the right side, we have a bunch of health stuff like paper towels, hand sanitizers, wet wipes, Febreze, cough drops, etc. And above this table are my tack boards. I don't really use them for anything. They just hold a bunch of stuff that give me nostalgia. It's basically just a collage of my memories. We got a drawing that my dad made. We got the Jabberwocky's mask, the original Pokemon Silver, and Fallout. I also have a Black Ops 2 poster because it's the best Call of Duty game. Don't at me. And here's my closet. I have a mirror to look at my ugly face. I got a Tottenham Hotspur scarf because I'm unfortunately a Spurs fan. Mainly because of Sun Heung-min, but yeah. Got my old Taekwondo medals, soccer bag, and nunchucks because you never know when someone's gonna break into your room. I'm not gonna go in my closet because it's a mess and it's leaking, so I can't put my clothes in there anyways. And it's also kind of annoying because I can't close my closet door all the way, but you know, it is what it is. I have a Destiny to Taken King poster because it's the best video game DLC of all time. And here's my bed where none of the magic happens. It's a twin-size bed. I mainly use it just for sleeping. That's pretty much it. Nothing much to it. Also, here's my backpack. So if you ever see this backpack attached to a Korean guy, chances are it's probably me. And right here's my bookshelf. On top of it, we have my AirPods, wallet, kunais, pokeball, coin jar, and flycatcher because this room is infested by insects. On the top shelf you have my books like my yearbooks and my old gaming guides. On the middle shelf we have my old Xbox 360, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and 3DS games. And on the bottom shelf we have my old Wii games and PS2 games. And right here's my suitcase with all my clothes in it. Since I'm only back for the summer, there's no point in me putting all my clothes in a dresser, so I just keep them here, and honestly, it's not that bad. It's kind of convenient, I'm not gonna lie. I recommend more people doing this. But yeah, that's my room. In the comments, I'd love to hear what you guys think about my setup and what I can do to improve it. Once again, I love watching these room tour videos, and I've always wanted to do one for a while, so hopefully you guys liked it. Also, sorry if the video is a bit scuffed. I'm still getting used to my new camera. Anyways, that's it for the video. If you guys like this video, consider subscribing, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.